Hey beauties, I'm here with you today for another episode of Kim Cooks Live. Today I'm going to be making our classic beauty detox salad, the Dharma's Kale salad, which I've been enjoying for years and years and years. It's a recipe that's in the Beauty Detox Solution. It's on the website, KimberlyCenter.com. It's an amazing recipe because it's so nourishing, it's so hearty, it's delicious, and it also keeps really well. So I'm in a different kitchen, as you see. I'm in my parents' house this week in Connecticut. So I kind of rigged the tripod up. I'm just gonna have to go back and forth here to behind the counter. Perfect, this is working great. And then at the end, I'll take questions from you guys. I'll see what you guys are thinking, what you guys are wondering. First, I'm just gonna go through the salad, which as you'll see, you can make in just a few minutes. So again, Dharma's Kale salad is something I've been making for years. It's named after one of my yoga teachers in New York, Dharma. And the reason I named it that is because I would go to this class and it would be pretty advanced poses, even though we know the physical asanas aren't as important, but lots of handstands. It was a very physical practice. And afterwards, a lot of us yogis would get together and we would make meals, and a lot of the meals included this salad. And we typically always made it with this beautiful lacinato kale, also known as dinosaur kale, which is my favorite kale to make it with. You can also use curly kale, but this is, you can see how waxy and how thick the dinosaur kale is. It's just a really beautiful kale. It's really, really hearty. So let me see if I can turn this a little bit so it's a little bit brighter. There we go. Now it looks a little bit brighter. You guys can see me better. So this dinosaur kale, as I mentioned, is nice and waxy. So you can make this kale salad, and typically you can even eat it the next day because the thick leaves are so hearty that they don't get soggy. So I've gotten a bunch in here. I just want to show you a really easy way to break the kale down. Instead of just picking off little pieces, you can just hold the stem in one hand and rip off a big chunk. We're gonna break it up. We're gonna break it down more later. So I basically take a little off so I can hold the stem, and then I just go like that. And it makes it much faster, much easier for making your kale salad. And you can get through breaking down a whole head in just a few seconds, really. And then you can discard the stalks. So next, I've got a little bit of, and you want to make sure you wash it first. It is quite waxy. You can take a nice clean kitchen towel, pat it down like this. Hi guys, I see you all coming in. So excited to be with you guys today. And now I'm just going to take a tiny bit. This is some pink Himalayan sea salt. And I'm just going to take a little pinch and sprinkle it throughout the kale. And then what I'm going to do is with my hands. I really like doing this with my hands. I just think it works a whole lot better. Nice clean hands. You're going to get in there and you're just going to tear the kale into bite-sized pieces. And also by adding the salt, by doing this with your hands, you're also massaging the kale. You're helping to tenderize it. It actually makes the kale less bitter and more sweet. It's just this amazing process. I've always done it this way. I think it tastes better as well. You can put your love into it. You can think of the people that you're making the salad for. So you just want to make sure. Kale is very, very tough and thick. It is so important. We're not cooking it. This is a raw salad. So you want to make sure that you're definitely tenderizing it. Again, a little bit of sea salt, breaking it down with your hands, and just tearing it apart. Now, there's some other salads. Other kale salads we'll make in the future where you chop it. But for this particular salad, as you'll see when we start putting in the avocado and the other components of the dressing, it's really important that, I just think it's better when it's torn. It just has a different feeling, it has a different energy. Okay, so it's pretty broken down at this point. I'll show you guys what the pieces look like. Just like that, just took a couple seconds, as you can see, to just take it off the stem and break it down. And now we're going to take a whole lemon. So as I mentioned, I'm here at my parents' house. I don't have my lemon core, which is fine. I'm just squeezing the lemon into this tiny little bowl right here. This is how I do it a lot anyways, because then I don't have another thing to wash. If seeds go in, I can just strain them out myself. So this lemon is super juicy. So this is what happens. If you see that your lemon is creating a lot of juice, I only need half of a lemon for this salad. For this head of kale, if I put in a whole lemon, it would be too watery. So if you have a really juicy lemon, some lemons don't bear a lot of juice, as we know, but this one has at least probably like a tablespoon and a half. I'm just gonna use half, and I'm gonna strain it with my finger. As you see, very high tech, right? Sometimes the best kitchen equipment is really just your hands. Okay, so half a lemon is in there. I can make this salad in my sleep. I feel like I've done it so many times. Next, beautiful avocado. Let's pray to the avocado gods that this doesn't have any brown spots. Oh, by the way, I like to feel the ends of the avocado when I'm at the market. I just squish them in a little bit like this, just to get a gauge, not too squishy, not too hard. Hopefully this is a perfect avocado. Nice Haas avocado. Ooh, and it is perfect. Look, no brown spots. Isn't this the best? The worst is when you buy your avocado and it's got the little brown spots. Tiny little pit. If it was bigger, you could do the whole knife in, take it out. Otherwise, I just bloop, took it right out and take a spoon. So when you're making this salad, it's really important that your avocado is not too hard. Otherwise, it's not going to squish in there the way that we need. So I'm basically just scooping out the flesh of both sides. I'm putting a full avocado in. So far, guys, we've done half a lemon, full avocado, and a full head of dinosaur kale, and a pinch of sea salt. Okay, so now we need nutritional yeast. I'm just going to run here and get it. Oh, hold on. My parents' house. I don't know where everything is. Hold on. 1 second. Let me see if it's here. Oh, shoot. I saw it the other day. I just did this big reorganization in the kitchen. Ah, I found it. Found it! So you can also find nutritional yeast in the bins at, Health Market. Nutritional yeast is a primary product. It smells amazing. It looks like cheese. It has a cheesy taste. It's really high in protein. It's really high in B vitamins. This is an amazing addition to your kitchen. You can use it in salads. You can use it in salad dressings. You can use it in sauces. It thickens. It adds a cheesy flavor. It is amazing. So I don't really measure. You could do a couple tablespoons, but basically I just do a little shake like this. And I really like it, if you can't tell. So I'm going to do a pretty decent amount. So you can see what my salad looks like so far. The kale, lemon, avocado, and nutritional yeast. So I'm going to mix this before I add in any other veggies or any herbs or anything, okay? So what I'm going to do is going to take actually just a little extra pinch of sea salt. Going to get in there with my hands again. And I'm literally, this is the fun part, I'm literally squishing everything in there, massaging it. This tenderizes the salad. This is a crucial step, you guys. You will not get this effect if you just mix it with salad tongs or, you just try and toss it. You got to get in there and squish it. And every little salad leaf, every little piece of kale is going to get saturated in that dressing, and it's going to be amazing. So I can already tell by mixing this in that if I added any more lemon juice, it would have been watery, which makes it soggy and gross. So just gauge. If you have, a really juicy lemon, you're only going to need half for 1 head of kale. Okay, so that's all mixed. As you guys can see, it took all of 20 seconds to mix, 10, 15 seconds. Let me look at my hands. I'm going to wash them. I'm going to rinse them. I'll be right back. Sometimes I lick them, but I'm not going to do it because I'm with you guys. But it's so nice to make things with your hands. Okay, so for a little bit of color, I'm going to put some red bell peppers today, which are one of our beauty detox foods. They're fantastically high in vitamin C, great for brightening your skin, great for helping to rebuild the collagen. Lots of fiber, nice and watery. So I'm gonna add some color. We don't have purple cabbage in the house. Sometimes I would do that, or carrots. But today I'm just gonna do the red peppers. And I usually like to add a fresh herb. Sometimes I do dill. Dill works amazing. Today I'm going to do a little bit of cilantro. So if you are a cilantro lover like me, then you can just take a nice big handful. You know, do your best, take it off the stem, but you know, I don't really care if a couple stems get in there. And I'm going to put this in. So these herbs are delicate, obviously. So you want to make sure, sometimes you can do basil. So that's why we do that heavy massaging before we add the other veggies and the herbs, because you don't want to squash the more delicate aspects of your salad. And now, finally, I'm going to give these guys a little rinse. We're going to add some sprouts. So I'm a really huge fan of sprouts. I talk about it a lot with you guys. One of our beauty detox foods. They're really nutritious. They're really high in amino acids, which convert to protein, essential fatty acids, the enzymes, minerals, vitamins. So they're just a super, super amazing, nutritious food, the baby plant. So anytime you guys can have sprouts, I had a huge bummer happen like 2 minutes ago where I went in the fridge to get my sunflower sprouts and they were kind of brown and nasty looking, so we're not going to use them. Don't you hate it when you buy something and then it's like on the edge and then you forget it and then it goes brown? But it happens to all of us. So instead I'm going to be using, these are broccoli sprouts, which are also beautiful. I also like clover sprouts. Clover, broccoli, and sunflower are my favorite ones. But of course you can use different ones and you can easily make your own, you can grow your own sprouts in jars, you know, with sunlight, with a little bit of care and instruction. It's really easy to grow your own sprouts. So far here's our salad, guys. It's got the veggies in there. Now I'm going to do a very gentle toss with my fingers. I'm just going to go like this. There, and it's pretty much all done. So at this point, what I'm going to do is I'm going to taste it, because here's where you want to add more salt if you need more salt. So you just give a little taste like this. Of course, we all have different taste levels for salt. Delicious. So good. So I did a little pinch of salt when I was massaging it. I did a little pinch of salt when I was breaking it down. That's enough for me. I'll show you guys what it looks like. So it's gonna look obviously different if you add different vegetables, but you can see how thick and hearty it is. So what's great about this salad is that it will keep the next day. So what I do a lot is I make a big Dharma's kale salad for dinner, and I have it for lunch. I pack it for lunch, I eat it for lunch, and it's absolutely delicious and so nutritious, so beautifying, so amazing. We all know that kale has so much protein, so many different vitamins, vitamin C, vitamin K. The bell peppers are fantastic, and the cilantro is really great for cleansing out your system and for detoxification. Hi Roxy, hi Sandra, now I can see you guys. So any questions about the kale salad? I'd love to hear what you guys are thinking about. Yes, Cassandra said she's adding some pomegranate. So remember that pomegranate is a fruit. So you can do that, Cassandra, but if you're doing that, I wouldn't add any hemp seeds or any walnuts or anything like that for food combining reasons, for beauty food pairing. But absolutely, I actually usually put hemp seeds in here as well. If you want to make this your lunch entree, you want something a little bit heartier. Again, I'm at my parents' house, so I don't have hemp seeds here, but that's also a really great option. Hi Kathy, it's snowy in New Brunswick, Canada. Yes, you guys can look out the window. I'll show you at the end. I'm afraid my little rigging here is going to fall apart, but it's been snowing a lot here on the East Coast. So I haven't had a lot of snow in my life the last few years, so it's nice to actually see. Yes, Michelle says, thanks for sharing the philosophy. Thank you so much, Michelle, for being part of the Beauty Detox community. Sending you so much love. Melissa says, I was making it all wrong. Glad you made the video. Yes, you know, there's many different ways of making it, but this is the way that I've been doing it for years, and I just love that massaging process. Tearing it off, you can see it's very easy to make. Yes, Katrina says you could have the leftovers the next day. I wouldn't leave it longer than a day, absolutely. Otherwise, you know, the lemon might oxidize and the salads could start to turn a little bit, but one day is definitely fine. Katrina says I have it every week. Amazing. Thank you, Tani, for sharing the video. We missed little Bub. I know. I'll bring little Bub. He's in a bunch of my little Facebook videos. So please check it out, you guys. There's definitely more little Bub happening in our life. Kimberly says, how long is this good for refrigerated? I'm planning on going on water park this weekend and bringing it in a cooler and then a refrigerator later, and then refrigerator later if possible. Absolutely. Like a day, sometimes, 2 days, it's fine. If you are going to keep it longer than like a day, I would put a little bit less lemon juice, even though this is really hardy, just to keep it from getting soggy. And then you could put a little bit of extra sprinkle of the lemon juice right before you eat it when you go back to eat it again. Where's little Bub? Little Bub is taking a nap, you guys. That is why I can do this video. I'm going to also do videos where it's just the straightforward Q&A. These are the Kim Cooks live cooking shows, so I'm like listening for him to wake up. He's not awake yet. But these are the times when I can actually cook. I can have both my hands because I'm always holding little Bub. So he's here with us in spirit. He's taking a little beauty detox. Oh shoot, there we go. Beauty detox nap. Shauna says, please publish a cookbook, please. Yes, that is on the way. I promise that I have been thinking about that a lot, and I'm actually launching something for you guys in just a few weeks. It's a surprise, but it has a lot of amazing recipes and a lot of hands-on. Sarah says, I love the Kim Cooks Live, but I missed the Q&A. Yes, so I've thought about that, Sarah. Recently I've just been doing the Kim's cooking shows, but I'm going to start doing the cooking shows, and I'll start doing a theme like we've been doing in the past, so I can really address more of your guys' questions. So not to worry, that will come. Make sure you guys subscribe, because obviously it's so random when I'm on here, and I'm going to be doing these shows and the questions, so no worries. And she said, would you generally eat all of, Emily says, would you generally eat all of this for lunch? It's a good amount for a meal. Yeah, it's pretty massive. I'd probably eat half of this, and I would also put on hemp seeds, or sometimes I would eat half of this with a soup, especially now it's cold, so I could also have something really warming with it as well. I wouldn't probably just eat this, half of it, just that. I like to add a little bit more bulk, so a soup, seeds, or some walnuts or something like that. But it does make an amazing lunch. And then, let's see, a lot of Canadians. Hello, my Canadian beauties. How are you? So Alexandra says, I'm so excited to experiment with new vegetables. What herbs do you use besides cilantro and dill? Extra protein for a long day at work. Okay, so cilantro, dill, you could do parsley. I've done basil before. It's absolutely delicious. For extra protein, again, hemp seeds. You could do shaved walnuts. You could do, shaved almonds, walnuts. You could have this for lunch, and then if this is all that you're having for lunch, and there is a good amount of protein in this, by the way, from all the different kale, all the amino acids in the kale. You could also do a power protein smoothie a couple hours later, which would also be fantastic and give you that boost for getting through the afternoon, and that's usually what I do. Okay, guys, I think that's all the questions I see. I'll be back here. I'm actually going back to LA in a few days, and from there I'll be sure to do next week. I'll be sure to do a Q&A, just a normal to camera, come up with a theme for us to discuss, and we'll do a cooking show. So if you guys have other questions beyond, and Amanda says, yes, sunflower seeds are fantastic too. So our pumpkin seeds, most all different seeds are great. I wouldn't put dried chia seeds in here though. I saw someone doing that once on a salad. Chia should be pre-hydrated. It should be soaked in water, and then it can be put into smoothies. So thank you guys so much. I hope you're inspired to make the Dharma's Kale Salad. Remember that the full recipe, if you need it, is in the Beauty Detox Solution, my first book, baby. And it's also on my website, KimberlySnyder.com. Remember, guys, I'm also sending out 2 recipes a week. And lots of information, so please subscribe to the free newsletter. You can do that on KimberlySnyder.com. Sending you guys so much love. Hope you're having an amazing week, and I will see you guys back here very soon. Lots of love.